Amsterdam is the capital and most populous municipality of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Its status as the capital is mandated by the Constitution of the Netherlands, although it is not the seat of the government, which is The Hague. Amsterdam has a population of 851,373 within the city proper, 1,351,587 in the urban area, and 2,410,960 in the Amsterdam metropolitan area. The city is located in the province of North Holland in the west of the country. The metropolitan area comprises much of the northern part of the Randstad, one of the larger conurbations in Europe, with a population of approximately 7 million. Amsterdam's name derives from Amsterdam, indicative of the city's origin around a dam in the river Amstel. Originating as a small fishing village in the late 12th century, Amsterdam became one of the most important ports in the world during the Dutch Golden Age, 17th century, a result of its innovative developments in trade. During that time, the city was the leading center for finance and diamonds. In the 19th and 20th centuries the city expanded, and many new neighborhoods and suburbs were planned and built. The 17th century canals of Amsterdam and the 19th to 20th century defense line of Amsterdam are on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Since the annexation of municipality Sluiten in 1921 by the municipality of Amsterdam, the oldest historic part of the city lies in Sluiten, 9th century. As the commercial capital of the Netherlands and one of the top financial centers in Europe, Amsterdam is considered an Alpha World City by the Globalization and World Cities (GWC) study group. The city is also the cultural capital of the Netherlands. Many large Dutch institutions have their headquarters there, and 7 of the world's 500 largest companies, including Philips and ING, are based in the city. In 2012, Amsterdam was ranked the second best city to live in by the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, and 12th globally on quality of living for environment and infrastructure by Mercer. The city was ranked 3rd in innovation by Australian innovation agency 2thinkno in their Innovation Cities Index 2009. The Amsterdam seaport to this day remains the 2nd in the country, and the 5th largest seaport in Europe. Famous Amsterdam residents include the diarist Anne Frank, artists Rembrandt van Rijn and Vincent van Gogh, and philosopher Baruch Spinoza. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange, the oldest stock exchange in the world, is located in the city centre. Amsterdam's main attractions, including its historic canals, the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, Stedelijk Museum, Hermitage Amsterdam, and Frank House, Amsterdam Museum, its red light district, and its many cannabis coffee shops draw more than 5 million international visitors annually. After the floods of 1170 and 1173, locals near the river Amstel built a bridge over the river and a dam across it, giving its name to the village, Amsterdam. The earliest recorded use of that name is in a document dated October 27, 1275. Which exempted inhabitants of the village from paying bridge tolls to Count Floris V. This allowed the inhabitants of the village of Amsterdam to travel freely through the county of Holland, paying no tolls at bridges, locks and dams. The certificate describes the inhabitants as homines manent zapet Amsterdam, people residing near Amsterdam. By 1327, the name had developed into Amsterdam. Amsterdam is much younger than Dutch cities such as Nijmegen, Rotterdam, and Utrecht. In October 2008, historical geographer Cruse suggested that the land around Amsterdam was being reclaimed as early as the late 10th century. This does not necessarily mean that there was already settlement then, since reclamation of land may not have been for farming, it may have been for peat, for use as fuel. Amsterdam was granted city rights in either 1300 or 1306. From the 14th century on, Amsterdam flourished, largely from trade with the Hanseatic League. In 1345, an alleged Eucharistic miracle in the Kalverstraat rendered the city an important place of pilgrimage until the adoption of the Protestant faith. The miracle devotion went underground but was kept alive. In the 19th century, especially after the Jubilee of 1845, the devotion was revitalized and became an important national point of reference for Dutch Catholics. The Stomgang, a silent walk or procession in civil attire, is the expression of the pilgrimage within the Protestant Netherlands since the late 19th century. In the heyday of the silent walk, up to 90,000 pilgrims came to Amsterdam. In the 21st century this has reduced to about 5,000. Amsterdam has more than 100 kilometers, 60 miles, of canals, most of which are navigable by boat. The three main canals are Prinsengracht, Herringgracht, and Keizersgracht. In the Middle Ages, Amsterdam was surrounded by a moat, called the Singel, which now forms the innermost ring in the city, and makes the city centre a horseshoe shape. The city is also served by a seaport. It has been compared with Venice, due to its division into about 90 islands, which are linked by more than 1,200 bridges.